What's up, fam? This is 10.69 1.1. So 10.69.1.1. As some of you have been following the channel for a while now, you know that I was down here a couple of days ago, and of course the GoPro. I think just after a certain amount of time just cut out. So what I'm doing today is I came back obviously a little bit more prepared, got a couple extra batteries. So but yeah, I just wanted to come into a downtown area and just see again how well or not well does FSD Beta 10.69.1.1 do. So here we are. Hopefully we're gonna get a couple of good situations. I'm really bummed about what we were able to handle the other day because school was getting out, a lot of really good scenarios, but again, you never know. That's the whole point why we're out here, is to just handle real world situations. All right, we are going to be making a left here. I love how it was going to make a left there, but there was a dumpster out. All right, so let's get in the left. All right, cool. So handled that well. There was a dumpster out there, and it kind of went around that, so that's great. But I think I had mentioned this in some of my videos. This 10.69 series is really something to be really excited about. This is probably the biggest leap forward that I've seen with any of these updates at all. So it's just definitely something to be, I'm really hoping that with all of this, we will get the wide release. But ultimately, I'm not the one making the call on that. So if the data and the feedback is good, maybe we'll get that. So we'll see what ends up happening. But I'm really confident in, what I've been seeing, that it is possible for a wide release after, these past couple iterations. I think the next one is going to be 10.69.2. I was actually pretty surprised. All right, so here's but yeah, so I think that update should be really exciting. Really looking forward to it. I was actually surprised about the 10.69.1.1. I didn't realize there was going to be another iteration. Here, let's just cancel. Go here. All right, so we're gonna be making a left here. All right, so it took a second to kind of figure out that lane, but still overall handling it smoothly. All right, so we have a human over here. Light's turning red anyways. should be making a right up here. So it's interesting, again, just tons of lines out here. You know, lots of lanes, cones, kind of all that you would expect in a downtown area. But and I think I had mentioned this before, you know, if you've been watching my videos, I had been here before, probably I think once or twice, and it really didn't handle well. So that's why it's so incredible to see with this one update, there's just so many changes and improvements. But I think initially, right, when I originally got it back in October of 2020, you know, there was more regular updates, but now there's still regular updates, don't get me wrong, but I think there was like a 3-month period with, you know, 10.12 and before 10.13 anyways, that there was just so many. Okay, so we're gonna go here. There's a person on a bike with a dog on my right, so that's why it slowed up. But you know, there was a lot more updates, and then they kind of slowed up on the updates. But when you have big changes like this happening, and I think that this 10.69.1, they kind of just made known that, you know, it's Tesla Pure Vision. So but one thing I wanted to make a notice of, you see this train track here? In the past, you know, it would get confused on what the direction is, but it's a really, really big deal that that it's not getting confused. Let's see. All right, so we're making a right here. There's a couple pedestrians here. It's gonna make the right. Again, no one's moving. And I'm gonna have it do this loop here. So interestingly enough, look at this. It literally can't go anywhere. So I think it thinks, let's see if it can. All right, so that's where I'm gonna have to take over. So I was hoping it'd get back over, but you know, there's just this fence. The great thing about it is it knew not to go forward. It clearly stopped. But yeah, it should have moved over. So that's one, I think, area of improvement for sure. So looks like there's kind of like a small like festival going on in here. They're, you know, they blocked this off. We'll see what is possible. So just realized it couldn't go that way. It's awesome, right? I think, okay. So I'm gonna change locations. Went straight because I changed the location. So again, that was the driver's decision there. But actually, it's pretty, it's interesting, right? So there's they had blocked it off with a huge fence, and you know, it just knew to keep going, and then it started to re-navigate the situation. So all right, so we're making a right. We have a couple pedestrians coming across. All right, the pedestrians through, and then it's gonna make a right as well. All right, so it sees the construction. I think at least on the screen it shows a big truck, but that's because, again, you can see the big arrow. So, but it naturally moved over. People were jaywalking, as we call it in the US, or not walking across in a stoplight through a crosswalk. So it saw it on the screen. Obviously, we didn't really have to deal with that because they were clearly across. So it saw this bus and it moved back over. Wow, look at that. So that car just like weaved in and out, and it handled that smoothly. I don't think it really gets much smoother than that. Like, just paced with that car. making a right here. Getting all the way over to the right. Stopping, but you see all these lanes. I mean, like, I know I keep saying the lanes, but that was the one thing that it got hung up on. And look at even now, it's deciding there's stuff going on the right. Could have gotten in that lane. It probably used to. On the previous versions, it would have done that. So, pretty awesome to just see how it's handling all that. See a person right here, and it stopped. Obviously she was looking to me, and I was like, hey, come through. That's how much this one I trusted, but more importantly, it clearly saw it. Car had kind of gone by. Okay, so we're gonna make another left here. I'm gonna change it up. Let's go back over here. Definitely not trying to, nope. Sorry, this is the human interaction. That's kind of been my fault. Just change this. Should be making a clear left here. No, it's not. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I am personally going to move over and then have it do the loop. And then what I'll do is I will have it do this loop real quick. Okay. Alright, so here we're going to be making a right. Again, there's all these little pylons over here. Okay, so made the right hand turn. Okay, a human coming out. Look at that. Slows down for that person. It also needs to make a right, so kind of a wide turn there. Okay. So this person's coming out and it's holding on, and you can see the person, actually it's blue. You can see it right here. The cars are coming. Needs to make a right. And then it's going. Like, yeah, that's just. All right, so we're gonna be making a left here. Again, you have all the pylons. There's a person there. right, so we're gonna be making a left here. Sees that car coming, so kind of think got a little bit, wasn't sure if it was still, like, if it needed to yield to that. Yeah, look at this. Person coming out late, boom, stops. The amount of FUD out there about whether or not FSD Beta can see people is complete bogus. This thing puts humans first and can clearly see them as they come and when they go. Okay, so in this situation, person just walking through, it's green light, I have the right of way, but stops. So here, look at all these lines, and it's able to decipher all the way to the right. Okay, so we're gonna make a right here. So funny enough, this is like a right turn. You have a lot of oncoming traffic. Funny enough, my last video in downtown San Jose a couple days ago that I posted, this is where it stopped recording. So clear, the traffic was clear, and trying to go on the highway, so let's just go up here, maybe change that. Guess we'll be making a right turn up here. All right, so it's going. Look at that stop sign. Again, it's navigating the lines really well, right? So up here we will be making a right. So realize this car needs to come. This other car is coming as well. I don't see any pedestrians coming out, so it should make the right. It's doing a couple more checks. All right, so we're gonna make a left here. Stay here. Looks like there's a light rail right here. That's interesting. Huge bus. Shows up as a bus. That's awesome. So we're going to make a right here. It's going to go Hey buddy, you just woke up? Okay, we'll finish up the test here.